check. There we go. All right, we are back. Um, so I finished Stormblood. So I finished Stormblood. And now we're gonna go into the post Stormblood, post Stormblood stuff, and then leading into Shadowbringers. I will more than likely try and do everything on the post Stormblood. More than likely right here. Well, not in this recording. It'll be several recordings. I'm going to try and get them all done in like 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3, all done in like one each individual arc. So this is going to be 11 quests. We'll see how this goes. So let's get started.
Come to see how we're getting on? We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you. Now, don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
By the way, if you're wondering, this is my dancer outfit.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure? After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not? After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Actually, I'm realizing I should probably. I want to see if I start leveling Bard, will I get any levels? And if not, then I'm just going to go Dancer throughout this. So we're going treasure hunting. Okay. We'll see. I have a feeling we're going to turn up some stuff we probably shouldn't. Okay, I'm getting XP. I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on Bard. The news of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the empire. I hear the Im- imperial province of Damaska has already risen up in rebellion, which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us. I'm going to call him Arn. Arnvald. I'll call him Arn. Tell us, Arn, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere, so we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivist and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded, which it probably hasn't. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants officials in Theodoric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, I would say you're looking for people who've seen 40 summers or more. Anything can anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arn, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, while Sapphire makes rounds in the Alamegan Quarter. And there I was thinking I was party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet at Gilbard's Gate afterwards. To the Alamegan Quarter. I probably should have eaten some food for this. And I don't think I'm anywhere near a summoning. Oh, wait, no, there's one right here. Who do I gotta pull for my food, though? Okay, who has food? Ingredients. Darian. These are all ingredients. ingredients. Oh, never mind. I have food here. Wait, what is this? Crafting, gathering, gathering. Okay, all of this can go back. Technically, all that was supposed to be. Don't ask. It's a thing. My brain's just like, you need things in a certain way. I can take some raisins. Tenacity. Skill speed. What does piety do? I only have one of those. 13 of these, jeez. Yeah, I'll take the pretzel. Well, it's nice to see that they're able to sell stuff. What did I have Endymion sell? Oh, that's right. I had him sell the rings, and which means someone is selling them at a higher rate. Maybe. They really aren't that high priced. Okay. Alright. To the Reach. No, we're in the Reach. To the Quarter. I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric, and lived to tell the tale. I was one of the palace guards. I figured. I was like, maids and servants are one thing, but guards will probably actually show up. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter of my life, the one I'd soon forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine the horrors were unfolding within. If if your hell's bent on finding what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Arnold. Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. Oh, the stories the scribe will be able to tell. Yes, Summer, what do you want with me? Tell me about the king. You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet, if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and public executions of his kinsmen? Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. Oh, why do I get the feeling he was one of them? His Majesty ordered the court Thermitage to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Great. Even now, my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Oh boy. Yeah, that's... That does not put the mind at ease. What are we getting ourselves into? Since we are all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable... Stay secret for long. Include our prize. Either doesn't exist, or Imperial somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Sapphire? Were your investigations more fruitful? Yes. So the king cursed his family and turned them into monsters, and now they're living beneath the palace. Turned into monsters, and what I mean, darkness beneath the palace, I wonder. Dungeon men, dungeon! I met an old man in Alagiri who spoke in the palace subterranean prison, but he said not straight of a curse. Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could this scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Do you believe him? I do! Seems absolutely terrified. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how it will help us. Don't be so hasty. Arn's antecedent may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arnold, you spoke of light-hearted adventure. It seems, but I sense a deeper motive for the suspicion. Why are you so interested in finding this treasure? Yeah, why? You have some connection to it, don't you? Isn't princess, I swear, but you're right. Yeah, I figured. My father was Imperial Army man of Garland blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say my mother did not welcome my arrival. Ah, okay. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Garlands. My mother did not care for this taunting reminding reminder of my heritage and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. Wow. Jeez. In the end, she turned me out to the street. The feral child, what needed through begging, cunning, and worse. Dude, that sucks. The best I could say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become eventually. I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then I turned to adventuring, and the road led me to the company of the Scions. I'm still fuzzy. Did we ever find out what happened to, um, her? Minfilia? I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel in on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. So he wants to give it back to the people. Okay. Uh, Thank you, and I apologize. I cannot have been pleasant. Cannot wasn't pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to clear up our intentions. Well, are you content to surrender to? Yeah, sure. Why not? Then I should be glad to tell you my theory on resting place smack and shove if you mind hearing it. I forgot to check. I was gonna say, I'm like, didn't I get a coffer? Oh, jeez. Earring, earring. Perfect. See, this is how I wind up with so much extra gear. Yeah, that can go away too. Some of this stuff I actually wonder, can I, selling that. I am also going to sell that. Like, if it's something I can sink, I will. Uh... Hmm. I need to keep some of this stuff for my... Wait. Wait, did I craft this? I'll hold on to that. I'll hold on to that. I think I made that one. Hold on to that. Primal Ring of Aiming. I think that'll do. Sword. Alright. There's absolutely nothing I can desync. Except for this. Which is... I really don't need any more, materia. I really don't. Ah, where is it? Okay. Well. Alright. Uh... I'll deal with that later. This is probably gonna have to be broken down into, like, 2 parts. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In that case, the rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but to certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene the southern edge of Logshi Sild. However you say that. My brain always kind of does Lakshmi. sure where I'm headed. Okay, where are they? Oh, okay, cool. I feel like we're going underwater. Forgive me, it is not my intention to draw up proceedings. I simply wish to have the locks in sight when I explain things. Prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the elite site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of the loch. Is that what I saw that one time? It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theo's former scribe was not in reference to a prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of desire to be punished, but to discourage exploration. Theo wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they're meant to guard the Mad King's trove? I believe it. That tracks, actually. Precisely, and since we know the court Thermitage was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance to the old city would have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Sapphire, would you be so good to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route to the ruins? While you do that, Arn and I will seek out the ensorcal and portal within the palace. I swear some of the words and language they use feels very Shakespearean. Now let's see if I remember how to swim. No. No. Wait, let me go out farther. No. No. Left control. Oh, jeez. I probably should have gone... Okay, yeah, I came down here earlier for something, and I was like, why is there a city? Why is there a castle? This is why. Although I don't remember what these three things were. Snowflakes. Are they really just snowflakes? Well, I found my destination. I feel like I explored something similar to this during the end of Stormblood, but I probably didn't fully explore. Sapphire, it's Alpha now. We have searched the the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal concealed by enchantments. The markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What's news on your end? I'm assuming I'm doing all this mentally then. And you believe it leads to the ruins. I dare say we will be able to meet within. Go on ahead and head through the door. By the way, I took the liberty of calling a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. We'll see you soon. Huh. Oh. So who did he find? She. Dependable and discreet. I'm very curious now. I kind of want to do this as a dancer, but dancer has the lowest DPS. They're all about support and utility. So I'll just keep it at bard. This is going to be one of those things where it's going to take a hot minute for me to fully get through it.
with you. Leave it to me.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Of course, the big one shows up.
Leave it to me.
Here we go.
My pride.
healing. Oh, that's all stuff I can get rid of. Uh, we're going that way. I was like, is this an earth elemental? Yikes. Actually, I'm forgetting how to get Caustic Bite to go off. Or Shadow Bite to go off.
Away with you! Leave it to me!
Oh, there's two of them now. Great. Yeah, I still don't know how to get, this is ability I'm gonna need to read up on. Like, how do I get Shadow Bite to go off? Oh, I probably can't use it because I'm well over leveled for this. It's a level 72 ability. Okay, that's why I can't get it to go off. Because I'm 2 levels above it. I'm realizing I don't have a lot of AoE ability. Like, I have 2, but it's not, like, amazing. Alright.
Away with you!
It is the old one. It is not the great old one, but it is the old one. What in the world? Sitting here, I'm like, why am I sprigging? Cool. Almost there. I see treasure, but where's... I'm like, I see treasure, but where's the mob? That one ability gets him down really fast. This frickin' lightless homunculus is just... yeesh. I have to open up the map because I'm like, I got turned around in the fight. Oh boy. Almost there. I don't think I've actually fought a Rotten Royal. Oh, this is one of his family members. Oh boy. Get in there, Arn.
Release!
Alright. Goal of the final battle is to get my triple LB off. There we go. What is this? Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a fight. I can already tell. Alright.
Leave it to me!
Okay, let's see. I remembered, I was like, don't look at the eye. So it'll randomly set up on a person. This battle's an interesting dance.
Leave it to me!
I wasn't gonna get it, I was not able to get that second one off. I already knew that was gonna happen. There we go. How many poetics do I have? Wow, it really was a person. Wait. Who was that? Do we not get to see who that was? Like, does their spirit not come back and say, hey, this was me? Thank you for releasing me? There are a few things I need to do, and I will do that eventually.
Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
And it goes to the Alamegan people.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? Glad you asked, Lise. I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. And here's our tale of what we did. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Sapphire and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it, I vote goes towards the alleviating the suffering of the Alamigos poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Arn did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it with a... Oh, wow, words are hard. If you assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for this spending as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask you consult Alphino. I don't have the head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do with it instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course. I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. When don't we have a problem? Deep breaths. Tell me what happened. A mob's gathering outside headquarters. They've started making demands. You'd best come see it for yourself. Demands? We just liberated this country. Like, literally just liberated the country. What do you people want?
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out!
Oh. They want the traitor.
Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I know you're right. I do. But I can't.
Tis a different time. No, to go to the tide. I hate when I start looking at other things and I'm like, wait, there's no words. But the war is over. It's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Guardians. It starts with insults most often, and then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even went so far to seek out graves of Xenos and his officers. Wow. I want a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace, but maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Keyword yet. I'm at my point where I need to end this soon. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate a nation's own future of our own, so I plan a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and however you say that people. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. I already explained why we won't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theo and Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, aye, unforgivable things, but in some ways, she's a victim of circumstance in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready. I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Alright, I'm going to end this video here. And we'll pick this back up later. But until then, be good to yourself, be good to others, and stay true to you. Laters.